The other day in critical theory, we were reading about this philosopher named Albert Camus. He was a French philosopher and was good friends with Jean-Paul Sartre, and although he has been called an existentialist, he actually self-identified as an absurdist. One of Camus' most famous texts was a book called The Myth of Sisyphus, a philosophical reinterpretation of the ancient Greek myth. As the myth of Sisyphus goes, a long, long time ago Sisyphus was the king of Corinth, who was punished horribly in the afterlife. That much we know. The rest is really shrouded in myth because no one is quite sure what Sisyphus did to get punished. Some say that he actually chained death so that humans would no longer have to die. Other people think that he spilled some secrets of the gods for personal gain. Still others believe that he managed to convince Hades to let him return back to life temporarily, but he loved the living world so much that he tried to avoid going back to the underworld, and the god Hermes had to drag him back. Either way, Sisyphus was sentenced to rolling a gigantic boulder up a steep hill for the rest of eternity. The only problem was, right as he reached the top, the boulder would roll back down, and Sisyphus would have to start over and over and over again. The agony in Sisyphus's punishment lay in its nature of cyclical struggle that would ultimately never lead anywhere. But what Camus did is he took Sisyphus and imparted meaning unto him and his sentence. See, Camus saw beauty in the way Sisyphus dealt with his punishment, how he chose to return to the bottom of the hill each time and continue rolling the boulder to the top. This choice, to engage in a repetitive, fruitless, and meaningless task, Camus argued, actually gave the task meaning, and is what made Sisyphus an absurd hero. As Oedipus, in the face of tragedy, proclaimed, I am forced to conclude that all is well. And what Sisyphus was doing was exactly the same thing. He was trapped in a meaningless cycle with no hopes of rest or an end to his punishment, and yet he was able to create meaning for himself out of nothing.